Why it's important for black women in particular in this moment in leadership. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you so much. And thank you to Word of God and Pastor Mitch for having us. So who are we? The Black Women's Leadership Collective. We are a force and a hub of national organizing black women-led organizations across this country. We were developed 4 years ago to make sure we had a black woman in the highest court of the land, as promised by President Biden, and we have been working ever since. So under us, you have the Win with Black Women, Power Rise, and D4 for Women in Action. You have Girls Meeting at the Table. So many different orgs make us up. But one of the things that we are most proud about is we have mobilized 19 million black women across this country. So when we talk about our numbers and our impact, when we first got this grant for funding, everybody asked what state would you all be in? And we, without hesitation, said North Carolina. North Carolina can flip. Nirvana talked about the numbers. We have also been out hitting doors. I think we have to show respect again to Marcus Bass and North Carolina Black Alliance. We are better together. We are better when we work together. They are doing work. We'll be out from today until Election Day, making sure people are voting, giving folks rides to the poll. We're doing a 100 county captain program where we're identifying women in every single county to lock arms, to help do the work, to help get the numbers out. Because for us, we go back to work on November 6th. We don't end on Election Day. We work year round, making sure black women have a voice at every single table, at the ballot boxes, in the halls of schools. We represent young girls, so Black Voters Matters Fund, all of those different black women-led organizations. That is who we are. So again, super excited to do work in North Carolina. Thank you, Pastor Mitch, my fake cousin, for letting us be here today and letting us help lock arms with you all to get out to vote. Thank you.
Black Women's Leadership Collective. If we ever needed black women in leadership, we need them right now. And as we're talking about black women in leadership, we just had our very own Stormy Ford. If you wouldn't mind, please addressing the crowd. Raleigh City Council, current member at large, and has been at the polling sites all day. Jumped back here and said, Pastor Mitch, we got to hurry this thing up. The polls are packed. So as you're talking to us, tell us what you are seeing and what we need to do as we get ready to prepare to walk or march or ride to this next site.
Pack your patience, okay? Because the lines are very, very long today because it's the last day of early voting, which is great. I've been to several polling sites. The lines are long. Sometimes getting in the parking lot has been a challenge. But as long as you're in line by 3, and so even if you go vote now, you got friends that are going to go vote, as long as they're in line by 3 o'clock today, they're allowed to vote, which is important. Make sure they've got an ID. You got to have a current ID this time to vote. If you don't if you're not registered, today is the last day that you can do same-day registration and have opportunity to vote. So spread the word to all your friends. I'm on the back of your ballot if you live in the city of Raleigh, so I ask you to turn your ballot over, start from the back, and work your way up because we know you're going to get to the presidential race. But it's a great time. It's a beautiful day to go out and vote. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. So perfect temperature. You don't know what it's going to be like on Tuesday. So we definitely encourage everybody to get out and vote. Thank you so much.
Raleigh City Council. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Tell you about the Raleigh City Council.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm on the Raleigh City Council. What we do is we manage a lot of the things that touch your life every day. Your, solid waste services, meaning pick up your trash. We deal with the Raleigh Police Department. We oversee them, the Raleigh Fire Department, all those things. We also have a lot of partnerships with a number of nonprofits throughout the city working on trying to get more affordable housing units into the marketplace. We also work with our partners over at Wake County to deal with the escalating issue of homelessness throughout the city. So those are a lot of the things that we touch that happen on a daily basis. We know y'all love Kamala, which is great. She's gonna be in DC doing a lot of policies that help you like on a national level. But what we do are the things that touch you on a local level. So let me shout out a few other folks who are gonna be on the ballot.
There you go.
Shanika Thomas is our chair of the Wake County Commission. She's on your ballot.
There you go.
Monica Johnson Hostler is going to be on your ballot. She's leaving the school board, going to the General Assembly. You got Tora Waters, who I think is the county commissioner for this particular district. Toshiba Rice is going to be on your ballot. She is the school board member for this district. You got a lot of black women on the ballot this time, and we need your support. One thing I will say, I'll be transparent and honest. Our
Where's
black
Toshiba?
vote. Where's Toshiba?
Toshiba right there. Coming
Toshiba,
up.
I just shouted you out,
We
girl.
Just shouted you out.
Shouted you
There
out.
we go.
But one thing I will say, being transparent, our numbers in the black community, particularly in Southeast Raleigh, are very low.
They're very low.
I'm being very honest with
Yes.
you. So if your parents haven't gone out to vote, your kids haven't gone out to vote, your neighbors, your church members, I'm a Delta, so I got to reach out to my sorority sisters.
out Deltas.
I know some AKAs in the building, so
Yes,
I give them a little shout out there, back Judge Dustin back there in the back. So I don't want to get in trouble. But we've got a lot of Divine Nine folks who are on
Yeah,
your ballot, but
yeah.
our numbers are not where they need to be. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Yes,
Our numbers are
yes.
not where they need to be. So if folks don't make it today, please ask them to make a plan for Tuesday. But we really need black folks to weigh in and go out and vote. And sometimes folks say, well, what's in it for me? Let me tell you, especially at the top of the ticket, it could be very scary. You wake up Wednesday or Thursday and you're looking at somebody who said some real crazy mess these last couple weeks, and he's in a position to really put some policies in place that could hurt our community.
Really?
So folks really need to get out and vote.
Yes.
All right.
Let's
Thank
get
you.
somebody out. That's right. That's right. That's right. We got Toshiba Rice coming up. Come on, Toshiba. We just walked up and you already put you to work. Thank you. This is Toshiba Rice, everybody. Tell them what you what you on the ballot for.
What am I on the ballot for? Listen, I am your proud Wake County Board of Education member for District 4. This district right here.
Yes. This district
All
right
right.
here.
I have about 14,000 students in this district, right? And then on top of that, the reason why I need you to vote for me is because I'm all about education. I'm all about student achievement, and I'm all about making sure that our children are not marginalized and they're not branded by behavioral and aggression, right? Let me tell you something that's important, though, that I need you to understand why I need to be elected in this seat so that I can change the trajectory of where we are as African American people. We had about 6,000 students for our data that took tests last year. Only 2,000 or a little over 2,000 of those students were proficient. Is that a problem? That's a major problem, isn't it? And when it being a major problem, we have to understand that somebody has to be sitting at the table that recognizes first that it's a problem and then how we're going to solve the problem. And so that's why I'm sitting at the table, because I understand how to solve the problem and work with our community to make sure that our students are being heard and that they're being seen. And so it's important to me that I encourage each and every one of you, despite of how you might feel, despite of what you might think, the misinformation that's out here, I really need you to grab somebody you know in your family, to grab someone you know that's a friend, to grab, I don't care if you're in the grocery store, just walking down the aisle, just politely ask somebody, have they voted yet? Right? You don't got to tell them who to vote for all the time, but we need to encourage people to vote, and we definitely want to get the vote out. But in order for us to make effective change, we need you all to stand up and speak out, not only to vote, but to participate in all of these electoral processes that we're in. I heard Stormy shout out everybody up and down the ballot. We need to see your faces. Even once we have conquered the ballot, once we're in these seats, we need to see your faces and we need to hear your voices in community. So I just want to encourage everybody and tell everyone thank you that's already voted for me. I really sincerely appreciate it. I've just gone all day long and there's not been one place that I've turned. People that don't know me, you don't think people know you, but I promise you, Stormy, I learned they find out who you are real fast. And they say, I voted for you today. So I just want to be able to say thank you to everyone, and please encourage everybody. Please get out the vote. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Toshiba. Toshiba, one of the things that you do on the board of education.
Yeah.
What do you do? What is the board of education? What do you do in your seat?
Right. So listen, I love that question. Let me tell you why I love that question. Because when I'm talking and visiting other students, and I'm invited to their school and to get their attention, you know what I tell them? I make all the decisions. I get to choose how we run our school.
Right.
In other words, I get to determine what policies are made and how and what you get to do in school.
Wow.
And so when students hear that I get to make the decision about what kind of dress code they have, whether or not they get to keep their cell phone or not, all of a sudden their ears start perking up and questions start coming out of anywhere. So if I say anything, I have to remind families that they have to know I'm the person who makes all the decisions about your children in the school system, of how we run that school system, of what we're going to do around your education, what we're going to do around your behavior, what we're going to do around your well-being. I get to make those decisions, not just alone, but I get to be that voice, that advocacy person. I need 4 of the votes now to make it happen.
Got you.
But typically I do pretty well with persuasion. And so all I need is a total of 5 people, and we make those decisions for over 160,000 children.
Wow.
And over 12,000 employees. I get to determine every policy that takes place. That's why I ask people, even right now, I'm asking the question to every young people, and as I go out here today and speak to people, I want to know, what do you think about banning a cell phone in school? Because I'm up right now with having a conversation with my colleagues to determine whether or not we need to ban cell phones in school, whether or not we need to create a policy that there's a more limited access to students using it in school. This local ballot, people need to understand that we determine how you live your day to day. Stormy, Corey, everybody determines how we get to live your day to day. And if you don't live the day to day accordingly like you're supposed to, Ashley gonna take it up with her.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And that's the thing that we have to inform our people about. We have to inform, and we have to have people like Marcus that shares with us about what's important, what's going on, the things that you're doing today. Because if people don't understand how we get to live our lives, and then we figure out why is so many people having to go into our courts and see our other superior court judges and stuff, if we don't fix some things now, we're going to continue to see our children not be the success that we know that they're capable of being.
Got you. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Can we give it up for Toshiba Rice? I know we're running short on time. We're getting ready to get out of here. But I wanna before we transition, I want to bring up one of my colleagues, one of my brothers, one of the people in this community that are in the fight with us. He's a pastor at New Bethel, and I want you to put your hands together for Pastor Tracy Bell. Come on, let's give it up for Pastor Tracy Bell. He's here with us. I want you to share with us why you got that shirt on today.
Look, well, number one, my wife said, wear this shirt today.
Right.
But this is real true. It is our votes that decide whether Toshiba and Ashley and Stormy and the rest of them, or whoever you want to vote for,
Right.
it's our vote that's going to decide. I'm tripping right now because do I see a Washington Commander and a Dallas Cowboy communing together?
They're communing together. Yeah.
And see, and that's the way it should be in America. We should be able to talk to each other, not about each other. Am I preaching good?
Absolutely.
We should be able to have a conversation without saying that you're stupid and you're this and you're that. We should be able to say together we can make something happen in Jesus' name. Y'all can put our hands together for this young man. Look, he's young, but he remember, or maybe his parents told him that there was a time that we couldn't drink from just any water fountain. There was a time that we couldn't just eat anywhere we wanted to. There was a time that we couldn't go just to, Ashley didn't have a problem going to, was it Carolina? Wake Forest. Well, there was a time you couldn't go there. But the reason that we have these privileges now is because somebody voted.
Yes.
Make sure you vote. And not only make sure that you vote, but make sure you tell someone to place their vote in the ballot as well. To God be the glory for the great things he's done. Thank you, Pastor Mitch.
Come on, everybody repeat after me. When we vote, we win. 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 That's what I want to leave you with. Give it up for the DJ. All right. Listen, we're getting ready to try to get to the polls because I understand that some of the sites are getting real full. How many plan to caravan with us? We're going to caravan down, or how many want to ride on the bus? We can take the bus, we can go. But if you want to drive your own car, we can just caravan. How many want to caravan? You rather caravan? I don't see no hands. No hands? No hands? No hands? No, we're not walking. I don't want to walk. We are going to ride down. We can put them on the bus. You want to get on the bus? Let's get on the bus. Let's get on the bus. Brother Johnson. Brother Johnson. Can you please call Miss Cheryl Dean? You want to ride the bus? Marcus, you riding the bus? Yeah, let's ride the bus. Let's get the bus.
Information
Ride the
about
bus?
the date of the end
ride
of
the
early
bus.
voting. They said early
Let's get on
voting
the
is
bus.
November 4th. I've been in contact with Karen Brinson Bell. It has been a
Turn your mic
widespread
off, Marcus.
text message, but I really want to make
Hot
sure the
mic.
whole movement.
Turn your mic off. We're getting ready to leave in a few moments. In a few moments. Can we get, Mr. Hinton, are you going to do another song for us? Or you don't? You're going to play one? Okay. Gerald Hinton is going to get ready to take us out with a song.